Thank you for checking out if Avatar is the right partner to help you with driver recruiting compliance training. The problems we're out here trying to solve for you is helping you fill empty seats, pass audits, whether it's for auditors or the other boogeyman, the plaintiff attorneys who are out there poking at your process, and bringing your drivers home safely after every trip. DriverHub is our platform, our software platform that's the foundation of helping you with these problems, but we also have professional services that you can turn off or on as you need. So here's a quick tour to see if we're the right partner. So without getting further ado, when we are working our best for you, you are able to grow your fleet. Here's a company whose driver count went from 184 to 246, and while their accidents per million miles go down from 0.7 to 0.47. When you put it all together, that's what we can help do for you. Here's the quick tour. So I'm going to use that company as an example per year. And we started by helping them with the 3 Ps, pitch, placement, process. So the pitch is, how do they stand out from the herd? What makes them unique? They're purple cow. And as I get in here, we try to capture that they were a company run by drivers for drivers. And that's a nice tagline, but the proof is in the pudding. So we went and grabbed a whole bunch of testimonials from people that are going to prove this story. This is not only on their careers page, but also on YouTube, on social. And these drivers are out there beating the drum for them. That's placement. Let's talk about process. When someone is interested in applying, when they click this button here, these qualification questions are what's important to per year's team. And you set those up. If you come over here, here's one of our bus companies who we also helped with their pitch and tell their story. When you're interested in applying, same thing, right? Selecting the location, a little bit of a job description. And these are the questions that are important to them. When a driver fills these out, they're going to tell you whether you want to prioritize them in the recruiting process or not. And so if I come here into the software, I'm looking right now at all my leads that I've currently have that are new. And that's what this little filter does. I can see who is at the applicant stage, who am I doing screens on, maybe all the way down here where I should start my Monday morning, who's going to come into orientation this week. Just a quick way for you to get a sense of your pipeline. And for those people that are new that just applied, these columns line up to your qualifications. And the design here is so that you spend people with time that are worth your time. If not, put them in a different bucket. If they live 100 miles away from you, don't spend time with them. If they don't have the 2 years experience that you need, don't spend time with them. And what we've seen is a lot of other systems, you're touching every single person that comes in, or maybe they're not designed for drivers, so they don't speak this commute distance or years or CDL experience. And so think about that of not every candidate is worth your time. Probably half of them aren't. And so spend your time with the right people is a big deal into finding, to moving people along the funnel. The other piece is when you show the way we've done of showcasing your culture, the right people opt into the job. It's not people doing this on Indeed, applying to 50 people, 50 companies in 1 minute. So they want to work for you. There's an appropriate amount of friction in the hiring process, but capture what you need, this information, and worry about the DOT, the full DOT app during onboarding. What's need to be compliant and what's need to make a hiring decision are different things. So when you click into a candidate, here's a guy, John Lennon, who applied recently. And what the system did was it took a look at his qualifications based on your presets, years experience, where do they live, endorsements, etc. The system goes, this is a qualified person. And if we have the signed release form, we can set a trigger to automatically go run the MVR. If they meet your standards and you're going to run the MVR anyways, why touch it? Other things we can help you do or not do with the Avatar system is data entry. And this reduces data entry not only for you, but the driver. So what has happened here is the driver, John Lennon, has uploaded a picture of his license on his phone during the application process. What we've done is what was happening right there in that blink was we just read that license and pre-populated it over here. So you don't have to type it in. So John doesn't have to type it in. And that includes his endorsements or restrictions. When I hit submit, that has then marked this checklist item complete and building the DQ file along the way. Right here's all my items. When I come into the medical card, another fun thing the Avatar system does is it is currently reading the medical card that Mr. Lennon uploaded. And what we did was we went to the national, we pulled this number, we populated it here. We're 98% confident we got it right. So it gives you a confidence score. We did. And we went then to the federal site. We logged in, punched the number in. The robot did this. The avatar assistant did this. And it confirmed that Miss Amanda, nurse practitioner, is indeed on the registry. Took a screenshot so you can prove that she's on the registry. And it creates a new version. And now we have that here. Now, something you'll notice was there was a little hourglass, a catcher that medical card was expired. So if you missed that as a human up front, we're catching that for you. You can bring that to your attention, right? So this DQ file is no longer compliant. If we were to go forward with this person, John's going to have to go get an update. So helping putting guardrails in for your people because they're looking at a lot of documents with a lot of small print. So now let's go to someone who's good to go. Mr. Paul McCartney. Everything has passed all of our guardrails. Your checklist is complete and he's ready to be approved and sign on. When I click the approve button, this is a big deal. The reason why our DriverHub is the name of our platform is we're connecting to your systems. So when I select things like start date, qualification date goes to their DQ files and what's going to be compliant and their status, and I hit approve, this is going to be feeding your payroll system, your telematics system, your dispatching system, and your training systems so that no one has to punch in data to keep those rosters synced anymore. That is a big deal. We've heard stories where someone hit fat finger to zero for no, and a driver didn't get paid for the first month because no one could figure out why, because they all look kind of the same. And those little things, and did I enroll that person in MVR monitoring or not? Am I still paying for someone after I turn them? Those problems go away when your rosters are synced. In addition, you can set them up for training right here, right when you hit the approve button. And so you can put them through our defensive driving training program, SSC, look ahead, look around, leave room, communicate. You can put them through your own content that you want to create. Teach them about payroll the day they get paid, not 7 days or 2 weeks before when they're going to forget it and drinking from the fire hose. Rethink how you do orientation now that you can deliver it, at least some of the repeatable content online, and spend the time you have with them investing in indoctrinating them into your culture, teaching about your customers, your history, getting familiar with the vehicles, your dispatching staff. Use your time better during orientation. That's what this gives you. That's how you reduce accidents. And by automating compliance activity, which I'm about to show you, that is, you now have free time to coach more drivers, which is how you reduce accidents. So let's talk about automating compliance. I'm going to go down the line here. Do not dispatch. These 6 drivers should not be on the road. And with integrations into your dispatching systems, you can feel confident that they're not on the road. So let's take a look at Joe real quick. When I come in here, I can quickly see MVR expired. I'm going to show you why that's never going to happen to you again. And it's when I come in here to these 5 upcoming expirations. With our system, you'll notice no MVRs are here. That's because we're going to automatically order MVRs for you, the avatar assistant, that is, 7 days or 14 or whatever your preference is before the expiration date. Why? Because you need to run it annually. Let's not let anything fall through the cracks. You'll then have it presented with a notification to go approve and make sure it meets your standards. But things like medical card, we'll text the driver. The avatar system will have it automatically text the driver. The driver will respond back, send the picture, and the system will do what I just showed you with the candidate. Same thing with the license. So these are things that you used to have to corral and herd cats in order to get or make photocopies and then scan it and upload it. Now it's a text automatically sent. The driver takes the picture, the system's reading the data for you, and you're just approving. This is your new assistant, the avatar assistant. So when you put it all together, that's how you grow your fleet and reduce accidents, because you've automated compliance, the stuff that you have to do. You're better using your time during orientation. You're spending the time on the right candidates, and you're coaching your drivers and you're investing in them more than you could before. It's not just a progressive discipline policy. You're actually helping them get the most out of your drivers to be high performers. That's how you grow your fleet and reduce your accidents with Avatar and the DriverHub. And if you need help on doing any of this stuff, we've got the service team to do it. Again, turn us off and on as you need. So with that, I encourage you to take a deeper dive with someone on our team, an expert who can walk you through and figure out how we're going to configure this to you in your world, because everyone's got their own special things, and we're set up to help you with your own special situation. Scott Rea, President of Avatar Fleet, thank you for watching this. Looking forward to working with you.